Hey, take a look at this video here. Crazy, right? A massive ball of fire, first a cool blue and then turning bright white, flies across the night sky in Michigan Tuesday. Kalamazoo astronomer Richard Bell says a meteor is basically a small chunk of rock or metal that enters the Earth's atmosphere and just starts burning up. I don't know what I would do if I was driving and I saw that coming at me.
That's crazy.
I mean, at that point, it's so close, you just say a prayer.
I know, like, please don't get me, please don't get me, get the guy behind me.
I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds of reports. So it looks like it maybe came in off the East Coast and went right over areas like off the Delmarva Peninsula. And there were tons of reports coming out of Youngstown, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and then before it went into Michigan. Actually, a small earthquake, too, felt.
Really?
Yeah. The USGS reported about 2.3 or something felt there in and around the Detroit area.
Wow.
So, yep.
That's strong.
There you go. I still say it was a spacecraft.
Okay.
They're coming to get you, Frank.
They're coming.
The UFO?
They're coming to get you.
I missed my family. They're coming to pick me up.
Oh.
Yes. They're coming to bring me back to the home planet. Hey, take a look. Oh, there you go. Speaking of, there it is, a live look from NASA right now. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the Earth. Beautiful, beautiful sight right there. Put a little music on behind that. Dim the lights. That would be kind of soothing. Let's get you out the door and up to date right now with that drive time index. Flurries and cold out there this morning. I've got the drive time index at a 2. We're not looking at widespread issues. We definitely have got a good grip on getting those roads cleared up. 5 would be problems, but still, some of our rural zones and isolated slick spots still can't be ruled out. Temperatures in the single digits this morning with just some flurries, about 5 degrees at 7 a.m. Some of this cloud cover is helping to keep us from falling below zero, though. You'll notice radar and satellite is fairly quiet now. The flurries you're seeing out and about are so fine, not even being picked up by the radar scope. Most of the snow now is getting east of the Appalachians and pushing out towards D.C. and Washington. Notice as we go through the day today, we still continue to have this west flow of air. That will continue with temperatures in the mid single digits. Let me go over here and re-kick my computer. I think the meteor is affecting my computer here this morning because for some reason we just jumped a whole bunch of graphics. There we go. Okay. Air temperatures out and about at this hour are in the single digits. We're at 7 degrees right now. Feels like 3 below and a couple flurries in and around our hometowns. 3 Colerain right now, 2 New Richmond. I got you 1 below Walton, 1 below Williamstown. It's frigid out there this morning. Goes without saying why some of our schools have delayed bottom of your screen. But minus some flurries. We're dry this afternoon. 12 degrees at noontime. Going to break into more sunshine through the afternoon. 20 degrees by 3 o'clock. So here's what's happening. We've got dry skies this afternoon and tonight, west flow still, so that keeps us on the cold side of the street. But notice as we get into Thursday afternoon, increasing sun as high pressure is building into the south, and then warm air is on the way. South flow kicking in by Friday, and that's going to get our temperatures up big time going into the weekend. So I've got you at 20 degrees today. We're looking at 9 tomorrow morning, 32 Thursday. Hey, let's go for freezing. What do you say? And then by Friday, we're at 38 degrees, dry and quiet. Saturday, 45 degrees. Mild air out and about. And then Sunday, we've got some early rain and some late rain at 51. And then pretty steady rain. Might even hear a crack of thunder on Monday with a high of 48 degrees. Let's check in with Rebecca Smith, watching those roads. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, good morning to everybody out there. Not too many accidents or anything, but there is one to tell you about. This at 275 West at the 5 Mile Road. So know that is happening on the loop there on the southern portion of it. But in terms of the big map, everything else looking good and green, good to go this morning. 4:48 is the time. Let's send it over now to Jessica.
Rebecca, thanks. New this morning, a fire breaks out at a retirement center in Sims Township. Loveland Sims fire officials say no one got hurt here, but they believe the fire was started in the kitchen when a rag caught on fire. No one at the retirement center had to be evacuated.
All right, so new information. CVG once again has the lowest airfare in the region. The U.S. Department of Transportation released its quarterly rankings, which shows the average fare at $301 here in Cincinnati. Indianapolis placed second in the region at $335, and Columbus came in at $339. So, of course, you can see all of the list right there on your screen. Officials at CVG say airfare has decreased nearly 50% in the last 5 years.
Okay, so where do you think is the best place to retire? How about the worst? Well, according to a new report released by personal finance website WalletHub.com, the top 5 states in the U.S. to retire in 2018 are Florida, Colorado, South Dakota, Iowa, and Virginia. Well, the overall worst place to retire, according to Wallet Hub, with a total score of 43, due to the state's low score and affordability, Kentucky. They also put the reason being health care.
Well, you've probably accepted that you're being tracked online. But what about in a store? A Milwaukee startup is now using floor sensors to track how customers move around that store. The sensors can track a person's path to a digital display showing how long they stand in front of it. Those sensors then alert that retailer to the best time to offer a coupon or change that display before the customer loses interest. The cost for such a tracking system tops out at $1,000 per month.
A birth control app is being blamed for almost 40 unwanted pregnancies in Sweden. Women say they got pregnant after using the app Natural Cycles. The app uses personal information to track body patterns over time to predict fertility periods. Well, Natural Cycles says it is 93% effective.
Jamaica is sending its first women's bobsledding team to the Olympics. The team includes one former Olympian, Jasmine Victorian, who drove for the U.S. back in Sochi. The Winter Olympics marks 30 years since the country debuted the men's bobsledding team.
All right,
so lots of people in the tri-state are getting ready to celebrate her birthday.
I know, look at the big girl now, right? Jordan Valines is live at Buskin Bakery with how they are celebrating Fiona's birthday there. And it looks like you're getting in the mix. Good morning to you.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting in the mix. That's why I have my fancy dancy hairnet on for you guys this morning, because we're actually back here right now in their Hyde Park location in the mixing room. So this is where all of that lovely, delicious magic really happens. And right now, I am joined here with Dan Buskin himself. He came out bright and early for us. Dan, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. So, you know, just like we were talking about, this new image of Fiona obviously creating a lot of buzz. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we've just come out with our 4th edition of the Fiona cookie. And like you said, this is where everything gets started.
Yeah.
We're starting to mix about 600 pounds of cookie dough here that'll be turned into Fiona cookies that'll be on the shelf tomorrow.
So what are the numbers in terms of how many you guys are really putting on the shelves, how many are being distributed? I would imagine it's quite a bunch.
It is. We speak in dozens here, so we're making hundreds of dozens right now in preparation for the big birthday celebration this weekend.
So what can people expect? Can you kind of give us an idea of what the image will look like?
Well, this is for her birthday, obviously, so
Yeah.
she's got a birthday hat on, and there's a little number 1 just to commemorate that she's made it a whole year. We're very excited for that.
And you guys have really been with them, with the Cincinnati Zoo, with Fiona from the very beginning.
From the beginning, really. We celebrated her first month birthday almost, less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And we were one of the first companies in Cincinnati to really kind of get this momentum behind Fiona products.
Yes, and quite a momentum it has been. We are going to continue to be here throughout the morning. Dan, thank you so much. We're going to continue to talk with these folks throughout the morning about this process. Again, all the deliciousness that goes into it, and also the importance of the fact that they've been able to raise so much money for our beloved Fiona. For now, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
Say what you just said.
I wonder how much he's going to eat.
No doubt. A little
know,
cup of coffee, a few cookies.
More than a few.
It's kind of like the perfect Wednesday.
Yeah. 4:51 now on this Wednesday morning. Hey, imagine if you only had to get the flu shot once and then never have to worry. Why researchers say this might be an option sometime soon.
And this time, you see salt, you see brine on the roadways, right? What one tri-state town is actually using to melt the ice in addition to all of that.
Yeah, think margaritas.